While the free agent market at quarterback and the skill positions isn't too exciting, there are some difference makers on defense. With a draft class that is also heavy on defense at the top, we're going to see a few teams double-dip. Someone like, perhaps, the Oakland Raiders might draft a difference-making pass rusher at number 4 overall and pair him with a key edge rusher signed in free agency. There's enough defensive talent in free agency to make that happen. Some of the best potential free agents like Jadeveon Clowney and DeMarcus Lawrence ended up with the franchise tag, and others like Brandon Graham were signed to extensions before they could hit the market, but there's still some good talent available. Here are the top 25 defensive players available in free agency. 1. Trey Flowers. Flowers will probably end up getting the biggest contract on this list. Flowers is 25, has 14 sacks the past 2 seasons, is good against the run and has a Patriots pedigree. Don't be shocked when you see the numbers on Flowers' deal, because they're going to be enormous. He plays a prime position and due to franchise tags, the market at defensive end thinned out before it started. 2. Landon Collins. Collins is 25 years old, a 3-time Pro Bowler and the type of versatile safety who can really impact a defense. Though he hasn't been as great the last 2 years, he was in the conversation for NFL Defensive Player of the Year in 2016. You have to assume if the Giants drafted Sam Darnold last year and weren't paying Eli Manning anymore, they'd have franchise-tagged Collins. Instead, Collins is available and he'll be a big prize. New York Giants safety Landon Collins, 21, will be one of the top free agents on the market. AP. 3. CJ Mosley. It's odd that Mosley didn't get the franchise tag from the Ravens. He made the Pro Bowl in 4 of his first 5 NFL seasons. Inside linebackers don't have the cash they once did, but a 3-down playmaker like Mosley is still plenty valuable. 4. DT and Ndamukong Suh. Suh was once one of the most coveted free agents ever, and he still has cash. Suh didn't have a dominant season alongside Aaron Donald, but he affects the game in ways that don't necessarily show up on the stat sheet. He's still worth a big contract. 5. Earl Thomas. Thomas is one of the best safeties of this generation. His unique ability allowed the Seahawks, Legion of Boom, to be very aggressive, knowing Thomas could cover up any mistakes. Will he still be that same player at age 30, coming off a season-ending leg injury? It's hard to count him out. 6. LaMarcus Joyner. Last season, Joyner got the franchise tag from the Rams, which speaks to his value. He's a do-everything safety who is comfortable covering receivers. 7. Ezekiel Ansah. Ansah, once the 5th overall pick of the draft, posted 14.5 sacks in 2015. He had 12 more in 2017. Last season was a nightmare, with injuries limiting him to 7 games, 2 starts, and 4 sacks while he was on the franchise tag. That makes him a riskier proposition, but he still has elite athletic ability. 8. Anthony Barr. Barr is an interesting case. The former first-round pick looked like a future star early in his career. Though he's made 4 Pro Bowls in a row, he has been good and not great. Still, he can do it all as a 3-down linebacker and will get paid well as he hits his 27th birthday. 9. DT Sheldon Richardson. Richardson signed a 1-year deal with the Vikings and didn't do much to stand out. But he's still at prime age. People remember him making a Pro Bowl with the Jets, and he can still help as an interior run defender. 10. Tyrann Mathieu. Mathieu isn't the same player who was once being talked about as a possible NFL Defensive Player of the Year, as he was with the Cardinals. Some injuries have changed his ceiling as a player, but he's still incredibly versatile and active. Houston Texans free safety Tyrann Mathieu, 32, will get interest on the free agent market. AP. 11. CV Ronald Darby. Even though Darby is coming off a torn ACL, it doesn't seem there will be much discount. Darby will be 25 next season, has good experience and despite some inconsistency, could get a prime contract. 12. Dante Fowler. Fowler might appear to be a disappointment so far, but the Rams traded a 3rd and 5th round pick to Jacksonville for a half-season of his services. The former 4th overall pick still has value, despite just 16 sacks in 47 career games. 13. OLB's Darius Smith. Smith picked a good year to post a career-best 8.5 sacks for the Ravens. Smith can line up anywhere from defensive tackle to outside linebacker, and that versatility will help. 14. LB Preston Smith. Smith seems on the verge of a breakout. He had 8 sacks as a rookie in 2015 and again in 2017, but it hasn't happened yet. He's still a good young pass rusher and there will be a lot of interest in him. 15. Clinton Dix. It's a little odd that safety seems to be devalued, when they can counteract versatile spread offenses. Clinton Dix was traded from Green Bay to Washington during last season and has been a quality player since he was a 2014 first-round pick. It will be interesting to see how coveted he is. 16. Eric Weddle. The Ravens decided to cut Weddle on Tuesday, saving $7.5 million on the cap. He told ESPN late last season that he would retire if the Ravens cut him, but backtracked at the Pro Bowl, saying he wanted to play in 2019. Assuming Weddle keeps playing, he'd be a nice fit for a team that needs a boost at safety in the short term. 17. CB Bryce Callahan. Years ago, a slot cornerback wouldn't be on this list. But inside cornerbacks are nearly full-time players now, and Callahan had a nice 2018 season, though he is coming off a broken foot. 18. CB Jason McCourty. McCourty will be 32 next season, a dangerous age at his position, but he's coming off a good season with the Patriots. He was Pro Football Focus's 6th-ranked cornerback. He won't get a long-term deal but could be ideal for a team looking for a short-term fix. New England Patriots cornerback Jason McCourty, left, holds the Lombardi Trophy. McCourty is set to be a free agent. AP. 19. Adrian Amos. The Bears had a fantastic season on defense, and they'll want to keep that group together. Amos had 73 tackles, 2 interceptions and played well alongside All-Pro safety Eddie Jackson. 20. CB Kareem Jackson. Jackson shifted to safety in 2018, had to play some cornerback due to injuries, and now enters free agency with a lot of versatility and experience. Jackson will be 31 years old but perfectly capable of posting some more good seasons. 21. LBKJ. Wright is coming off a tough season, injury-wise. He played in just 5 games for the Seahawks. But he has been a starter since his rookie season of 2011 and is a good off-the-ball linebacker. He will be 30 years old next season, but if healthy, he's still a solid option. 22. DeCameron Wake keeps defying age. He'll be 37, but can still rush the passer. He posted just 6 sacks last season, but had 22 in the 2 seasons before that. Many teams are looking for pass rushers and Wake can still do that. 23. CB Pierre Desir. Desir was one of the Colts' biggest hits in 2018. The journeyman had a breakout season at age 28, starting 12 games for a playoff team. He would fit with a zone-heavy scheme. 24. Quan Alexander. Alexander led the NFL in solo tackles in 2016, made a Pro Bowl in 2017, but still has a lot of questions. He had a 4-game suspension for violating the league's PED policy in 2015. He's coming off a torn ACL. And middle linebackers don't fetch enormous contracts anymore. 25. Jordan Hicks. Hicks has been really good when he's healthy. But he has missed 21 games over 4 seasons. Some team will gamble on Hicks staying healthy. Frank Schwab is a writer for Yahoo Sports. Have a tip? Email him at shutdown.corner@yahoo.com or follow him on Twitter. Follow @YahooSchwab.